So all of that, I've had my notes here. Just because I think Brittany and I were talking a little bit about, like when we become a coach, we learn about our back office, we learn about like recruiting, we learn about how to make the challenge pack sale, how to, encourage somebody getting started with the challenge pack instead of just program, benefits of Shakeology, et cetera, whatever. But like from there, it's like, what do we do? Like Brittany was saying, like, and I'm guilty of doing the same thing, is just, you get a person, you get that challenge pack and you're really excited for them. And then you throw them into your challenge group. And then it's just kind of like, well, now what do I do? I've always kind of felt that way as a coach. Like, okay, I have all this training, but like, I don't know how to be a good coach. Like that sounds silly, but it's like, I don't know how to be there for somebody, I guess, and kind of help support them. I mean, I am when that person is like active and the ice cream truck is going by, you guys. So if you guys hear music, that's what's happening. They always park in front of my house, so hopefully it's not stuck here for forever. Anyway, so it's easy when we get those people that are already, I'm going to laugh because it's like creeping by right now. So okay, there you go. Anyway, Boone calls it caca cream because I tell him it's bad ice cream for him. So he just, every time it goes by. Anyway, it's easy when a challenger is motivated and they're like messaging you every day being like, hey, what is for this container and what's this and that? Then it's like awesome because you feel connected and like you're building a relationship. But it's hard when you get those challengers that like they're motivated and excited and then it's kind of crickets. They're not really like checking in with your challenge group. They're not, you don't really see them actively participating. You don't really know. Maybe they're doing behind the scenes. Maybe that's just kind of the person they are and they're more private. I don't know. So one thing that when Brittany and I were talking, so you guys know I didn't go to Summit, but I feel like I've gotten so many takeaways from you and like all the things that you've told me. And one thing that I think stood out a lot was, we focus so much on Success Club points, which is good. It's a good way to like gauge our growth with this business, and hitting Success Club 5 is always, no matter what, like a good goal to have each month. But sometimes like we just get so points that we're not thinking like, okay, these are people with their own challenges and their journey, and how are we going to be there for them? Because our job as coaches, like, is the moment they say they order their challenge pack and you see Success Club 2 pop up in your back office, like that's when your job's just beginning. Like that's when then the real work comes in, because then now is your job to motivate and inspire them. And sometimes that's hard, and that's where it comes in, where we need to be, how we always say, product of the product. Like we need to be doing those things. We think that our daily posts aren't reaching people, or maybe they're not inspiring people that just bought from us because, they just got their challenge pack, whatever. But it's like even showing up in our daily posts, like we have to be more motivating, or not more, like we are, but we have to be motivating, inspiring, I guess more so like leading by our own actions instead of telling somebody like, you need to get your workout in, you need to drink Shakeology, you need to do this. Like just you yourself showing up every day, especially in those challenge groups, like especially on the days when you feel like you don't want to, especially if it's before 10 o'clock and you're somebody that usually doesn't get your workout until later because you put it on the back burner. Like you alone by your actions are going to help motivate and inspire them to stick to their goals, because they found you as a coach for a reason and they put their trust in you for a reason. So don't hold back now because you hit Success Club 5 and you don't really need any more challenge pack sales or whatever because you hit your monthly goal, because it's so much more than that. And what I was talking about with Brittany was that when she was telling me, it's like, instead of thinking of it as like, how many Success Club points do you want? Like, how many before and afters do you want? Like, how many, like, you want people through their journey do you want to see when they come to you and they're like, I'm just so tired of not fitting in my jeans. I'm so tired of it summertime and I don't feel comfortable swimming in the pool with my kids. Okay, so we start there and we take on that load. And if you guys, I'm sure we all have this in common, where it's like, that used to always intimidate me, because it's like, I want to help them so bad and I like want to be there for them that I don't want to drop the ball, to where then I end up, I feel like I kind of fail in the way of like, well, I don't want to push them too much, but I don't want to, like, I just don't, never known how to react to that. But anyway, so instead of just thinking of like how getting them, lately I've been doing the just like when you're signed up to be a coach, you get a new coach letter with like links and everything you need and a little form to fill out. I've been sending them that in an email, not the same new coach one, but I have the template that I took from Alive and Well. So I think it's the same one that Stephanie uses. And then obviously I personalized it a little bit. And just going through and kind of asking them, like, what do they need from you out of a coach? Are they the kind of person that, if they haven't heard from you, like, are you somebody that needs me to back off? Or are you somebody that like likes tough love and needs that? Just kind of establishing there from the get-go, like, what is your relationship from here on out going to be? And then they know that you're going to be there for them regardless. It isn't something where like, oh, you got the challenge pack sale, here's my challenge group, now you're on your own. Like, they know that you're going to be there with them and through the ups and the downs, and like, you're going to be there until they get that after. If they're doing max 30, okay, like, this is a 60-day program. You need to take your before picture now, and in 60 days we're going to have a rockin' after photo. You're going to get all the, like, I think the thing I love to do is, because so many people start out with their challenge pack, no matter what, everyone's going to start out with a little bit of doubt. Like, of course, they have these goals and these things that they want as, you know, what they're looking to obtain, whether it's to lose 10 pounds or get into a new pair of pants or feel comfortable for a wedding or whatever. They're excited, but no matter what, they're going to have a little bit of doubt. Like, can I really get there? Am I really going to do it? And so I just love from there, like, just instilling in them that belief system, like, you're going to have that. Like, I'm so excited for you to get this challenge pack, because in 21 days, you're going to be feeling so much better. You're finally going to be feeling a little better in your clothes. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have so much more knowledge on how to balance and portion your meals, because the container system is going to help you out. By the end of this, it's going to be a habit, and it's going to be into your lifestyle. And just already from that, just kind of letting them know, like, your belief in them and kind of giving them the confidence they need to go forward, and then to stick to the full 60 or 21 days or whatever it is. So, and like, I guess I was just saying how, you know, we need to lead by example and like do the things that we would want our challengers to do. That means in our challenge groups, checking in with our Shakeology, checking in, you know, with our workouts, talking about what we're doing throughout the day, giving healthy meal alternatives. Like, we need to do those same things so that way they feel comfortable to do it too. And that goes as far as just in our daily posts. Also, I did a little video in like Alive and Well, because I was just thinking, like, okay, you know, I had some time last year after having NASH to where I just, like, I wasn't feeling it anymore. Like, I just was like, this just became, like, obviously it's a job, but it just felt like a job. Like, it just felt like, where was all my motivation and inspiration to like show up every day? And it was because I got my head out of like what the main focus is here, and that's to be motivating, inspiring, and like coaching these people. It's not like pressuring them and telling them that they need to like get this challenge back so you can reach, you know, the goal of Success Club 5 or 10 or whatever. It's like, what are you doing daily that somebody else would be inspired by? Like, last year that I would be like, well, I'm not going to post this because I'll probably get 3 likes and nobody's really going to like pay attention or whatever. And so I would like do it hard for 1 week, and then the next couple weeks I wouldn't do it anymore, and then I'd be back into it, and it's like nobody was trusting me. Like, I wasn't worthy of gaining people's trust, because they were just like, 1 minute she's in it, 1 minute she's not. Why am I going to take anything she says seriously? Why would I want, like, I'm having those same issues. You know, if they're having the same issues with consistency, why would they trust me to be their coach if I'm not even showing up consistently? And so, like, each day, like, now my newfound, like, motivation to get my workouts in every day, like, as you guys know, like, I'm pregnant, and there's some days when I'm just, like, I'm tired and I'm exhausted, and, like, the last thing I want to do is, like, throw in 22-minute hardcore and get yelled at by Tony Horton. But, like, I have to think, like, there's somebody else out there sitting on their couch, pregnant, not pregnant, postpartum, whatever, that is feeling tired of being tired and sick and not feeling confident and not being happy and not having the energy to play with their kids or their family or whoever. And it's like, if I just get up and do it and show these people that, like, hey, I'm tired too, but I do this every day and it makes me feel so much better. And, like, then it gives them the encouragement that they need to do the same. And then suddenly, like, they're playing with their kids and they're messaging me being like, hey, I know we don't really talk anymore. I haven't spoken to you in a long time, but, like, your posts, they're getting to me. And these are the posts that are only getting a couple likes. every other day or whatever, but it's like, that doesn't matter because I'm still just showing up every day and showing these people that like I'm here. So then, I think it was something, it was in one of the video that Gary Vee did or whatever, like the time to work in August or whatever. So that way all these people in September, when time starts to slow down and their kids go to school and they're starting to realize like, okay, I got a little crazy this summer, had one too many burgers at the barbecue, or had like too many treats, or all my goals that I worked really hard to, like, who are they going to turn to? Like, they're not going to turn to the coach that did all the same things and slept off as much as they did and didn't take it seriously. Like, they're going to turn to that person that stood out on the days that they were feeling like crap. They just kind of avoided you because they weren't ready to take the commitment. They're going to come to you when they're ready. They themselves are ready to like dive into something, and they're going to remember you as much as you may have annoyed them for the last 2 months because you were up working out every day and posting healthy meal pics and they were feeling kind of bad because they weren't doing any of that. You're the person that they're going to come to. Like, I followed Stephanie Davies before I followed Becca, my coach. And I remember she would work out every single day, and I mentally was just not in that mindset yet. I thought what she was doing was great, and I was like, that's awesome. But I unfollowed her because, like, I didn't want to see that in my face all the time because, like, I just wasn't ready to do that. And so then when I started looking back things into more, I found Becca, and then that's how I got into all of this. But I don't know. I guess just like I'm totally getting off subject, but I'm just saying, like, don't let the fear or the like response you get back now like totally take your mind out of the game, because like we have a lot to offer here as coaches, and like us having the confidence in ourselves to like give the gift to other people is what's going to make us a great coach, and just showing up for them every day, doing more, leading by example, not throwing them in challenge group, especially if you're doing a joint challenge group. And I think that's one of my biggest pet peeves is you're running a challenge group with somebody else, you get a challenge pack, so you throw your challenger in that group and then you back off and you don't ever post in it and you don't do anything. And then it's like you're expecting that other coach to coach your challenger. And like, that's not fair because they're already working with all of their challengers or whomever. So I guess that's pretty much all I wanted to say, is just knowing that obviously it's more than a Success Club point, and I know that we really don't get a lot of training on how to go after that and how to take care of it. So, I mean, I know in my team Free, like I'll post the template to the email I've been sending. I've been getting feedback on that usually like within the same night, people, and it's just, I don't know, I feel like the more I've been consistent in doing my workouts and doing all of that, like I'm attracting the same kind of people that are ready for the same commitment. And so it's been a lot easier getting my challengers to that after photo because they're kind of on the same, I don't know, just like that law of attraction, like what you put out there is going to come back to you. And so it's been interesting, me being a little bit more working on how I'm going to inspire and motivate other people and watching that come back. And it's like the people that are coming to me are like, they're ready people. They're not like, just like, oh, I don't know. They're like surprising me, because I'll just like, it'll be the first message I get from them. And they're like, I'm ready to get a challenge back. I need this set or whatever. And it's, I don't know, it's been a big turnaround. And I think our confidence shows in what we do as coaches. Sorry, there's a little boy story.
My dog's going to start barking because your dogs are barking. Yeah, so I haven't been, just to kind of piggyback, I don't have a lot more, but just to piggyback a little bit off what you have said so far, like I haven't yet sent the emails, but that's the welcome emails or whatever to challengers, but that's definitely on my like action item list. And I was on a Zoom yesterday where a coach, I don't know if this is on yours or not, but Savannah was saying she has a question on there that says something like, you know, if you fall off, like, do I have permission to reel you back in? And like, how can I do that effectively? And she said that most people are like, yes, if I fall off, you have total permission. And like, this is the way, which I think is helpful because sometimes when people have fallen off, I'm kind of like, meh. Like, and I'm like, I don't want things to get weird. So I don't want to be like, hey dude, like, but so that permission is great, but also I kind of feel like they bought the challenge pack. So they've already they're giving us permission to be their coach, right? Like they've already like said, hey, I'm ready. Like they made it $140, $160 purchase and they're giving us permission to be their coach. What I did, like Monica can attest to this, like our challenge group last month really fizzled out. Like it wasn't good the last few weeks. partly I was at Summit, so I really was disengaged. But what I did for this one is I opened it a week early. I was posting meal plans and stuff like that. But I did a post where I was like, this is kicking off. This needs to be awesome. I want everyone to have results. And comment below with your intro and one goal. And if you don't, I'm going to call you out. And if you don't respond, I'm going to kick you out. And we probably had like 35 comments, and there's probably almost 50 people, which I felt good about how many people commented. And I did do, like, in the comments, I was like, I tagged the people that were my challengers that didn't comment and called them out. And then more comments started to come in. And then also I posted my before pictures, which this I really liked from Summit, one of the videos, which I'll post in both of our team pages once it comes up. It was like the best workshop. But she calls them, instead of before pictures, she calls them the goodbye pictures. And I really liked that. So I made everyone post their goodbye pictures. I posted mine, and we had a lot of people, not everyone posted them, but a lot of people did. And I've almost never had a challenge group where more than like 3 people posted them. And I feel like posting those and really encouraging people, like this coach, Ali Epham, in this workshop was like, I demand people send me, if they don't want to post in the group, whatever, but I demand they send me their before or their goodbye pictures and their stats. Because she's like, how can I be someone's coach if I don't know where they're starting and if I don't know where they want to go? And she was like, I do kick people out of my challenge groups. And it's a little bit more intense than like how I feel I'm ready to be right now. But I don't know, I just really liked her intensity. And I was like, yeah, like, I'm here to help people, and I can't have people just chilling in here and not doing anything. Another thing that I liked from her, kind of on the same topic, but a little bit different, is she was like, she's like, protect your time. Because challenge groups are time consuming, right? Like, there's a lot going on in there. And so she posts at the same time every morning. She posts her like daily challenge, which I've been doing. She's like, then people know what to expect. Like, they know Brittany is going to post in this group, between the hours of 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. So that's what I've been doing. And then I don't really check back in until at night. So there's like 10 hours that I'm not in there at all. And the reason she does that is she's like, because people are posting questions and stuff, and like, I'm not in there to answer. And so that forces other challengers to respond, and then they start talking to each other. So I thought that was great advice, because it's easy to get sucked in there for like ever and scrolling. You're not really doing anything. What else? Oh, and the only other thing I was going to say, but you already said this, was I think everyone should today or tomorrow write down what's your goal between now and next summit, the next July. What's your goal of how many before and afters you want to get? I set my goal at 50. I feel like I could probably set it for a little bit higher, but I want to have people send me 50 before and afters between now and then. So I thought that was kind of a fun goal. And you kind of touched on this too, like this coach in this workshop, she said every Success Club point should become a success story. And I really love that. And I think that that's so true. So yeah.
I like it.
Does anyone have any questions or anything to add? I can unmute people. Stop. Oh my God. Quit. Out. Go away.
Kids and babies, they always know when you're busy. Is that mine?
Oh, and
Little, is there seasoning?
all right. Well, if no one has anything to add, we can be done.
I feel like we talked a lot. My mouth is dry.
I don't mean to. I drank all my Shakeology. Almost.
I don't know. I think it's cool to see the group of people that showed up, because this Zoom specifically was about how to be a better coach. It wasn't about how to earn more money. It wasn't about how to get more Success Club points. It wasn't about anything else. It was like fully on just how to do your job better. So I don't know. I think it's really cool, the people that did show up. I don't know. I feel like it just speaks volumes. I mean, other people are busy, not saying that it means that they don't care, but whatever. I'm just saying, like, kudos to you guys for showing up.
We get it. Yeah, I agree. Well, maybe we'll have to start doing these more often.
Agreed. It's helpful having, like, another, like, you in here with me, because I'm like, okay, I gotta get past my fear and, like, my comfort zone and, like, show up with you. So
yeah. Well, all right. Well, I will make a recording and I'll send it to you so you can post it in your team. But I hope everyone has a good night.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.